Should a person be able to get out of prison if they are appealing their conviction? The New Mexico Supreme Court has agreed to hear that argument, sparked by the Hobbs mother who was convicted of throwing her newborn in a dumpster. The Court of Appeals has now been ordered to give the final say to the Supreme Court justices. We spoke with the New Mexico Department of Justice about the case. After a jury convicted Alexis Avila of child abuse and attempted murder last April, a judge gave her 16 years in prison. Avila was caught on camera dumping her newborn in a Hobbs dumpster in January 2022.
That video said it all. It clearly caught her actions, it caught her expressions, and it's still difficult, I think, for people to watch that video when you think about the fact that that baby was inside that bag.
Avila's lawyer immediately appealed the verdict.
It's a little disappointing that our prosecution, our community was asking for blood on the backs of this 18-year-old girl.
A district court judge ruled she would remain behind bars during the appeal, but the appeals court eventually ruled Avila should be released. Those judges suggested the convicted felon's appeal raised substantial questions of law that were likely to result in a reversal or a new trial, but didn't explain its reasoning.
I know I will carry this with me every day for the rest of my life.
The appeals court judges based their decision to let Avila out on the case of daycare owners Mary and Sandy Taylor, who left two one-year-old girls in a hot car outside their Portales home daycare for nearly 3 hours in July 2017. One child died and another suffered permanent brain damage. The Taylors were convicted and sentenced to 30 years. But the two are appealing their sentence and conviction, and they've been let out of prison waiting for a ruling since September 2020.
And I felt angry at myself because it never should have happened. But I am truly sorry.
The New Mexico Department of Justice responded today to the Supreme Court taking up the case. Van Snow, the Deputy Solicitor General of Criminal Appeals, hopes the state Supreme Court rules to put Avila back behind bars.
The legislature has created a process, but a defendant in a particular case needs to show why their case justifies them getting let out while the appeal is pending. So in this case, we feel that the defendant hasn't made that showing, and hopefully a ruling from the Supreme Court will provide clarity going forward.
The state would also like to set precedent on what it means to raise a substantial question on law in this case.
It would be helpful to get some clarity from the Supreme Court on what exactly it means for a case to present a substantial question of law in these sorts of circumstances.
Alexis Avila is still out of jail on house arrest. There is no timetable on when the Supreme Court might rule on this issue.